today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Taylor Heinike and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'1" quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heinike.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. To throw is Heinike. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Running out of the gun with White. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Heinike. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. second down, back to Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Heinike. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Fournette again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break it.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Quay Walker. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
To try again after the sack. Heinike out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Heinike eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Second down, and again it's Davis-Price. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Heinike. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he's upended at the 33.
What the fuck are you guys doing? See this guy? He's the tight end. What are you doing? What the hell? You're a superstar.
Following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Heinike to throw it. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Heinike. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Heinike now. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game.
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Heinike, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Heinike. He completes it right side to White. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
York able to send this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Miami set to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run with Davis Price. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Wilson. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the gut, Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Heinike. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards.
What is this? Which fucking way you looking?
And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, Heinike. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Here's Heinike. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They go right back to White here on first down. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Heinike. And Brady has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Heinike. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On third down, a run from White, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On second and goal, Heinike. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taylor Heinike, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 74 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This is White on the screen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Heineke's throw complete to Otten. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, Heinike. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And they'll throw again. Heinike escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. 2 and now on first down. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going...
Timeout for what?
along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
From the 29, Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside.
Why? Is he fucking hurt?
The 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The give to the fullback on the dive. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alec Ingold with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking to throw again on second down. Heinike. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he locates Gage. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards. First down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Heinike from the gun on third down. Being chased out left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
5 yards remain on second down.
Back to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Taken down at the 30. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, Callahan, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 27, Heinike. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Heinike now looking to throw on 1st down. Completes it again to Gage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Heinike now from the 50.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step. Aside here in the fourth quarter. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Heinike under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. To throw is Heinike. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Heinike on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ultra. Check. Shift. Watch the shift. Quick. Hey, check Mega.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They decline that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards. I don't think the coverage was the problem. The coverage was pretty good.
The coverage was excellent, but what quarterbacks love to do, if they see the head of the defender away from the line of scrimmage, like if they see the back of his helmet, they throw the football to the receiver with the understanding he'll make a play on the ball a little bit quicker than the defensive back can recover.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing. Heinike. He'll dump this one off here to White. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Heinike. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Heinike. He finds his target. It's Evans. Third and long for Heinike. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6. Put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still... do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 2nd and 10, Heinike. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Ready, set. Come on, dude. Switch it.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Heinike.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable. And confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 114 yards rushing now for Mostert as he picks up a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. Callahan. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.